Hi, Bob Riley here. Thank you for stopping by my site. I'd like to talk a little bit on the subject of grieving and receiving. I wanted to attach this video to the article because sometimes, just to make this more personal and being attached to a support group, it's almost a plea that we like making to folks to learn as much about grief as possible, so as to be able to be as effective as you possibly can with someone who might be experiencing a death or some type of a tragedy. Although with grief it can come from a divorce, a move, an upsetness with a family member, detaching. There's many ways that grief can enter our life. But for the most part, we're going to be talking about death and dying or some tragic instance like that. Anybody that has experienced something of this nature, it changes them forever. And in going through grief, they're not going to know what they need from one minute to the next. And to know what they need, that is even going to be tougher because we're not all clairvoyant. However, in learning about what we can say to people in going through grief, there are a number of things that you will see on the article. But in the almost 23 years we've been doing the group, some of what survivors have reported that family members, friends, loved ones really close to them have said, it is almost mind-boggling. Let's say somebody has experienced the loss of a child, and somebody may say, well, you know, the good news is you still have 2 other or 3 other children. That doesn't help anybody going through grief. Some members 4 or 5 months down the road of grief, and co-workers could say, well, gee, aren't you over that yet? It's been 4 months. Anybody that hasn't been through a situation like this, it is going to be difficult to get your head wrapped around it. God knows what it was I said to people that had experienced a grief situation until I went through something very horrific with the death of a girl down the street from me. It definitely changed my life forever and taught me things about living and dying that I never even knew existed. However, with that knowledge now, I am charged with putting it out there and letting folks learn from what we've encountered and we have been taught by the very situations that we've been confronted with. So like I said in the article, I've gone into much more great length and depth to describe some of the things not to say to people we call and refer to as the walking wounded. People that are starting in the middle of going through a grief journey, and they need all the support they can possibly get, hopefully from the very people that they turn to for many other things in their life. But whatever we can learn to help them, let them receive the best of what we can learn in order to support them. Once again, thanks for coming by my site, and please feel free to check often. Bye now.